Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your narrator, First Lieutenant Tyler Rodriguez, and on behalf of the Commander, 5th Mission Support Group, Colonel Richard Goodman, welcome to Minot Air Force Base and the 5th Civil Engineer Squadron Change of Command Ceremony. We are pleased you are with us today to share in this important ceremony as we bid farewell to Colonel Matthew Altman and welcome in a new leader, Lieutenant Col David Dammeier. Our ceremony today is a celebration of both continuity and change. Continuity in the form of a military tradition whose roots reach back through time to the legions of ancient Rome, to the passing of signets that once symbolized the transfer of command from one to another. Change, as this great command says farewell to an honored leader and welcomes his successor through a ceremony that differs only in style, not substance, from those of the Romans. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to go over military protocol and ceremony etiquette. Today's ceremony will be conducted as an indoor event. All military personnel should remain uncovered and stand at the position of attention during the playing of the national anthem, the change of command, and the Air Force song. Once the members of the official party have taken their places, please remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors by the 5th Civil Engineer Squadron Fire Guard, the singing of our national anthem by Senior Airman Ian Hayden, and the invocation by Chaplain Robert Compier. During the singing of the national anthem, military guests in uniform must stand at the position of attention, while civilian guests are asked to stand with their hand over their heart. We are honored to have many special guests with us today. Special guests of Colonel Altman include his spouse, Jess, their children, Hazel, Gus, Hadley, and Winnie. Special guests of Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier joining us via Zoom include his spouse, Abby, and their children, Anna and Mia. Distinguished guests in attendance include Vice Commander, 5th Bomb Wing, Colonel Brian Vaughn. Joining us virtually, Vice Commander, 91st Missile Wing, Colonel Barry Little. Representing the 5th Bomb Wing Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Becky Thomas. We would also like to welcome all other commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, friends, and members of the 5th Civil Engineer Squadron joining us virtually. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the arrival of the official party.
Officer Center. Present the colors. Colors. No. Breathe, Dan. Talk.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All is turn. March!
Chaplain Compier, please come forward to offer the invocation.
I invite you to bow your heads as I pray. Heavenly Father, we gather to take part in this historic Air Force tradition, the passing of leadership from one person to another, in this case from Colonel Matthew Altman to Lieutenant Colonel David Dammeier. We thank you for the outstanding leadership of Colonel Altman. Bless him and his wife Jess and their kids Hazel, Gus, Hadley, and Winnie as they depart for Naval War College. I pray that Colonel Altman will maintain his commitment to his people and his passion for the mission. Courage, integrity, and servanthood are all crucial for leadership, and I pray that Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier will embody these traits and maintain the respect his unit eagerly gives him today. Bless the transition of his wife Abby and their kids Anna and Mia. I pray they will serve as models to the Civil Engineering Squadron and the larger Air Force family. I pray these things in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Warble Fire Guard, Senior Airman Hayden, and Chaplain Compier. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the Commander, 5th Mission Support Group, Warrior 1, Colonel Richard Goodman.
Morning, Warballs! All right, good morning and welcome to the 5th Civil Engineer Warble Squadron Change of Command. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our DVs in attendance today. Colonel Vlon, Colonel Little out in VTC land, Chief Thomas, Warrior Chief, Chief Greek, my beautiful wife Mary Beth from Alaska. I'd also like to extend a welcome to the family and friends of Colonel Altman, Jess, the kids, and Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier, his family in Colorado, enjoying ROM. And finally, a warm welcome to the Warbles and all of Team Minot. All right, you already heard from our narrator. Their tradition of changes of command date back to the legions of ancient Rome. At that time, the legions of ancient Rome were the most feared, lethal warriors in the world. Their training was intense, their brotherhood indestructible, and their loyalty unbreakable. I'm proud that the traditions of the Roman legions have stood the test of time, and that the most feared lethal warriors of our time, the CE War Bulls, the MSG Warriors, and the United States Air Force continue that tradition. As the CE Squadron, you play a vital role in enabling every aspect of the various missions of Team Minot. A plane doesn't fly, a missile doesn't go on alert, and an airman isn't ready to fight without the CE Squadron. Every day, 24/7, 365, our Civil Engineer Squadron enables our mission and leads our warrior airmen and their families to success through everyday life. CE is like air, right? You need it to live, and you only really notice it when it's gone. Too many things just seem to happen as if by freaking magic across the installation, right? That pothole at the intersection you drove by this morning is magically gone the next day. You sit in a warm office in the winter and a cold office in the summer, as if by magic. The pack of DAC rats running rampant near your building are magically relocated overnight. Now, I'm clearly not insinuating we have a wizard and a dragon locked up in one of these buildings, although the dragon's more of an FSS thing. But I want to highlight that it is ever present, always vigilant, the CE War Bulls that get it done every day. What? The silent warriors and warlords of CE stand watch 24/7, 365. Our fire dogs stand vigilant to protect our assets, base, and families. They respond when other people run. They respond in our airmen's worst time of their lives. Our EOD warriors protecting, safing, and securing our assets in the community. I don't think people understand what our EOD warriors do and what their capabilities are. They're called upon by the president and by our nation to be the absolute best at what they do. Our dirt boys build roads, maintain infrastructure, remove snow that we can strike at a moment's notice. Our ops flight with the structure shop, electricians, power pro, HVAC, sign shop, quietly fix thousands of work orders, keeping the heartbeat of Minot alive. Our missile flight, unique to a traditional CE squadron, takes care of engineering, route evals, and all missile field operations. Our engineering flight plans, programs, and executes CE projects across both wings. We have had more projects in the history of Minot than any base, based on our engineering and our long-range strategy and the experts that build that plan. Our installation management flight orchestrates the dance, including real property, interface with over 1,450 family housing units, 13 dormitories with 12,000 rooms, and 165 remote missile sites across 8,500 square miles. And finally, our emergency management flight are ensured we're ready to respond at a moment's notice to respond to any hazards the world can throw at us. Plus, they have a really cool news. There is no other squadron that has a more wide-reaching and great air impact to our warrior airmen and families than CE. Nothing can stop the 5th CE Squadron. Many things have tried. Blizzards, extreme cold, extreme heat, tornadoes, aging infrastructure, aging missile facilities, environmental issues, deployments, low manning, and the list goes on and on and on. Not only can nothing stop the war bulls, but when it tries, we kick its ass. Huh? And everybody knows it. All right? Quickly. Air Force Outstanding CE Unit Award. Major General Del R. Uberg Award, Installation Management. Major General John C. Thompson, Resource Excellent. Blanchard Post, Snow and Removal Control Award. Colonel Frederick R. Ramel Award, Readiness Emergency Management. Brigadier General McCullough, Housing Excellence Award. Major General Lupa Award for Military NCO. Air Force Outstanding Civil Engineer Manager of the Year Award. Major General Gilbert Award. And back-to-back 12 OAY winners. Woo! Which is a feat I have never, ever seen in my career from the same unit back to back. So why are these awards important? They're important because it proves to our enemies that Team Minot is ready to fight and win right now. And they will lose if they try. All right, so there's a lot of talk about culture in our Air Force and the Global Strike Command right now. Negative cultures and positive cultures. For the MSG Warriors and the CE War Bulls, culture is not something we read in a leadership book. It's something we believe in and practice every day. It's the true belief that warriors get up and get after it every day. We learn from our mistakes and we never, never quit. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. But that's another thing that makes our war bulls great. The humility to admit when we're wrong and move out and fix it. The hallmark of the great culture is a feeling of family, common goals, and a sense of shared mission. I challenge anyone in the Air Force to find a unit more all-in than the CE War Bulls. Hook. Colonel Altman, your squadron has made great strides in executing the mission of Team Minot. You have fueled the War Bull culture and built an elite team of engineers. Job well done. I can't see you, but there you are. All right, cool. Personally, thank you for allowing me to be part of your squadron and work alongside your engineers. I was always the happiest when I was out working with your War Bulls. We wish you blue skies as you travel to Naval War College. For the record, the state of Rhode Island is smaller than the geographical area that you command right now, and probably has less people. The other challenge I have for you is do not, whatever you do, learn the words to Anchors Aweigh. Okay? Best of luck. Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier, we're about to trust you with an awesome responsibility. Be the commander you always wanted to be. Your airmen will execute your orders because you are the commander. However, they'll follow you if you're a leader. I have confidence in your ability to lead the 5th Civil Engineering Warbles. I charge you every day, in every action, with 100% mission execution to build an elite team of warrior-ready airmen and support Team Minot's rock-solid families. Never forget, our 5th CE Warble engineers lead the way. A true warrior always moves forward, despite the obstacles, despite the odds. We will not falter, we will not fail, and we will always, always win. Thank you for attending today. May God bless Team Minot, the Warbles, and may God bless the United States of America. Pull up.
Thank you, Colonel Goodman. At this time, Colonel Altman will receive the Meritorious Service Medal. Please stand for the presentation of the award. Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Meritorious Service Medal, 4th Oakleaf Cluster, to Matthew R. Altman for meritorious service from 28 June 2018 to 7 July 2020. Colonel Matthew R. Altman distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 5th Civil Engineer Squadron, 5th Mission Support Group, 5th Bomb Wing, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. During this period, Colonel Altman led 468 Warble engineers in the maintenance, repair, and protection of $5.2 billion in critical infrastructure at the Department of Defense's only installation housing 2/3 of the nuclear triad. His team creatively leveraged multiple funding sources to execute a massive $232 million program, including $97 million in sustainment projects, the largest single year in base history. Colonel Altman's strategic vision was critical to life cycle repairs to 3 B-52 maintenance hangars, the primary generation ramp, both entry control points, and construction of a $24 million indoor firing range and a $71 million helicopter tactical response force facility. Furthermore, he was hand-selected as Mission Support Group Commander for Wing's 16-day Bomber Task Force exercise. In this capacity, he led bed down and sustainment of 4 B-52 aircraft and 254 airmen at an austere airfield, demonstrating a first-ever agile bomber capability during 11 combat sorties. Finally, his personal leadership and all-in mentality were instrumental in developing a mission-first, family-focused Warble culture, ultimately leading to the unit being named 2019 runner-up for the Outstanding Large Civil Engineer Squadron in the Air Force. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Altman reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Warble 1, Colonel Altman.
Good morning, Warble family. How are we doing today? What an absolutely beautiful day to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier and his family to the Warble family. Welcome. Colonel Goodman, Chief Greek, sir, thank you for those kind remarks and recognizing the tremendous accomplishments of the Warbles the last 2 years. It means a lot to have you officiate this change of command. It's been a heck of a ride, and the warrior ethos and move out and execute mentality you've driven has been huge for this Warble team. Congratulations on your upcoming retirement, and best wishes to the Goodman family on your next adventure in Alaska. Colonel Vaughn, Colonel Little, thanks for being here today. It's been a pleasure working for you, Colonel Cochran, Colonel Harris. Also wanted to give a shout out to your incredible command chiefs, Chief Mack, Chief Langston, Chief Thomas, thanks for being here today as well. And any other Minot senior leaders joining with us virtually. I appreciate your mentorship, friendship, and support these last 2 years. It's especially fitting to have representatives from both wings here today because we in CE have such a uniquely awesome opportunity to support two historic wings with two completely different but equally important national missions. The men and women of this squadron are extremely proud to support both Minot wings and enable the mission at the home of the Global Striker. To my fellow squadron commanders, thanks for your fellowship and partnership. I depart Minot convinced there's not a challenge in this world trusted, empowered squadron commanders can't solve working together, and I've truly enjoyed our time together. Special shout outs to my fellow MSG commanders. No matter what the challenge or crisis of the day, we kept it light and always found a way to laugh. I appreciate your friendship and all you've done to mentor and support me along the way. I'm excited for those of you with time left here and thankful for those friends who have recently departed. Keep leading boldly and trust your gut. Your squadrons are lucky to have you at the helm. I'd like to offer a special welcome to the Dammeier family joining us virtually. I know Dave is excited to get you out here, and this entire team is looking forward to welcoming you with open arms. I hope your time here is even more wonderful than it's been for our family the last 2 years. I'd also like to give a shout out to my parents watching today, as well as Jess's folks and many of our other family members. I'm so thankful they've been able to share in the last 2 years with us and become extended members of the Warbowl family. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Huge thanks to everyone who helped put on this incredible event. Captain Kent, Master and Rodriguez, you nailed it, even with the challenges of the COV. Thanks for letting me see our incredible team one last time and for finding a way to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier in true Warbowl fashion. T-Rod, Airman Hayden, fantastic as always. All right, okay. It's definitely special to have the two of you be part of this event. Chaplain Compier, you and Sergeant Irvin have been such incredible teammates. You're just awesome. Thanks for being a friend of the Warbowl family and contributing meaningful to our success. Members of the Fire Guard, thanks for that honor. As I've told you before, wearing the fire badge is a unique privilege for a civil engineer officer that I'll always cherish proudly. EOD warriors, looking forward to going out with a bang. Thanks in advance for this honor. It's hard to put in words what each and every single person on this team and all the many Warbowl friends have meant to me and my family these last 2 years. To the Warbowl Triad, Chief Stoltz and Master Sergeant McClure, the best wingmen and friends an airman could have. There's not another pair I'd rather join half asleep for a 6:30 workout or roll down Highway 83 for the 4th airport pickup of the week. Zoom videos, life-changing ham and cheese sandwiches, or short stops into the shops. You taught me the value of authentic, visible leadership. You're amazing human beings who care passionately about our airmen and their families and getting the job done. And you always know how to have fun doing it. Thanks for bringing this Warbowl culture to life and going all in with me on this incredible journey. Of course, our Warbowl Triad is more like a foursome because I've never met a more impactful single individual to any organization than Renetta Pearson. Renetta is a true professional who earns the respect and admiration of every person she encounters. Words on paper. I appreciate your vision, your mentorship, and the way you always find a way to make things work. More importantly, I appreciate your friendship, and I'm thankful that we leave Minot being able to consider you and Alan lifelong friends. Sincere thanks as well to Natalie and Sergeant Helgeson. Renee! One last time. I know you'll miss that. As well as our Warbowl CSS team. You all are absolutely amazing and literally run the squadron day in and day out. I appreciate your kindness, your understanding, and your unending support. You've brought life to the quote, if work isn't fun, you're probably playing for the wrong team. To our flight commanders and superintendents, thank you for driving this Warbowl transformation, leading our teammates through difficult challenges, and finding ways to celebrate our wins. You embraced the Warbowl concept, you followed me, even if only out of curiosity, as General Colin Powell once said, and made it your own. This Warbowl team is in great hands under your leadership, and I can't wait to see where you take your flights from here. To the Triple S and broader senior NCO team, thanks for being all in on the Warbowl family as well. The year of the Warbowl started with a senior NCO initiation and grew stronger into the Warbowl Stampede with every event, accomplishment, and celebration driven by our incredible senior NCO team. Thank you for leading the way for this squadron and celebrating your relationships with each other and everyone on base. I will toast you with a cinnamon beverage well into the future. Some call it water. We're also fortunate to have an amazing team of young officers who bring energy, enthusiasm, and motivation to everything we do. I could not be prouder of our Warbowl officers, and I'm so excited to see how they apply their experience at Minot throughout their very successful careers. You know what right looks like. You're in it right now. It's my challenge to you to make this the norm wherever the Air Force journey takes you. And of course, always keep it ice cold. I'd like to offer special thanks and admiration to our War Bowl civilian teammates for being the backbone of our squadron. I've never met a more credible group of hardworking professionals in my career who truly care about our squadron and accomplishing the mission. Many of you have been here for decades, and your dedicated service to Team Minot and our nation is what makes the magic happen. And most importantly, to the entire War Bowl family, my heartfelt thanks. By all measures, the last 2 years have been nothing short of historic. Some might even call them the years of the War Bowl, perhaps even close to a War Bowl stampede. You absolutely nailed the nuclear surety inspection, enabling the wing to earn the best report in Global Strike Command history. You drove the Agile Bomber employment exercise at Moses Lake, bedding down bomber operations at an austere airfield and demonstrating a new capability for our command. You revolutionized our contingency training program, focusing on warfighting proficiency through events like our Bivouac and Expeditionary Day. You stood up the Programming Center of Excellence, developed the largest FSRM program in base history, and executed massive mission-critical construction projects across the base and missile complex. You painstakingly improved our airmen's homes, the largest dorm campus in the continental United States, and ensured a strong relationship and oversight with our privatized housing partner. You battled snow, historic rainfall, and the occasional utility outage. You protected this community from fire, suspicious packages, and yes, even the occasional mail-order munition. War Bowl has literally had a hand in every significant wing event in the last 2 years, not to mention every Commander's Cup, Winter Games, Summer Games, 7 group annual awards, and back-to-back Air Force Senior NCOs of the Year. And you did all of this and more while deploying more engineers downrange than any other squadron in Air Force Global Strike Command. Despite all of your accomplishments, it's the culture of this squadron, this War Bowl family, that I leave here most proud of today. This is a winning team, always eager to do more. You win with how you welcome new members to our squadron. You win every day at work, where there's no challenge too great for your skills or ingenuity. You win in how you engage our customers and support their mission. You win with how you provide candid feedback and support each other's professional development. You win in how you celebrate each other's accomplishments. And you win with how well you take care of each other and our families. This War Bowl culture, this spirit is truly special, and that's what makes this team a family. As sad as I am to leave this team, I couldn't be more excited to welcome my good friend Dave Dammeier to the War Bowl family as the next War Bowl One. D2 is an incredible officer and engineer with a wealth of experience and just a great nature about him. I have no doubt he's perfect to fit the War Bowl Stampede. He's a perfect fit to join the War Bowl Stampede. Dave and Abby, congratulations again on this new assignment, and welcome to the War Bowl family. This team will amaze you, and I have no doubt you'll fall in love with Minot as we have. Finally, every day is special when you have your best friend by your side along with 4 amazing children. There's no doubt my family has embraced this assignment and gone all in with me in command. Jess has loved this squadron as her own, been patient and understanding with me and our sometimes long hours, and has continually pushed me to do more and be more for this team. As sad as we'll be, look at that, flyby, thank you to our ops team. That's freedom there. As sad as we'll be to drive out the gate today, I'm excited for the next adventure and feel blessed for my life with such an amazing family. I'd like to take one final opportunity to thank each and every member of the War Bowl family and all those who've supported us. The amazing ride we've been on is just the beginning. As we've talked about before, the year of the War Bowl is not a singular event. Our stampede starts with the attitude you put on each and every morning and is strengthened with how well you support each other and represent this patch on and off duty. Like champions, War Bowls do more each and every day and will always lead the way for Team Minot. 2 years ago, the Altman family was so excited to join this squadron. We depart today heartbroken to leave our family. Thank you for being part of our lives and allowing us to be part of yours. We are and will always be proud to be War Bowls for life. Thank you.
At this time, Major Chris Bari, Operations Flight Commander, will represent the Warble family in bidding farewell to Colonel Altman by rendering him one final salute.
Engineers! Lead the way! Engineers! Lead the way! Engineers! Lead the way!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the official change of command.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Headquarters, 5th Mission Support Group, Minot Air Force Base, Special Order Gulf Whiskey Bravo 4 Lima 20, dated 7 July 2020. By order of the Commander, Colonel Matthew R. Altman will relinquish command to Lieutenant Colonel David C. Dammeier, 5th Civil Engineer Squadron, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, effective 7 July 2020. Signed, Colonel Richard E. Goodman.
Officer center. Officers center.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 5th Civil Engineer Squadron, Warble 1, Lieutenant Colonel David Dammeier.
All right. Good morning, Warbles. All right, well, thank you. I would like to thank all the distinguished guests, Colonel Vallon, Colonel Cockram, group commanders, other squadron commanders, chiefs. I appreciate your support. To the men and women of the 5th Civil Engineering Squadron, I thank you for the warm Minot welcome. I also want to thank my awesome wife, Abby, and my two beautiful daughters, Anna and Mia, as they are tuning in via Zoom. Hello. Their love and support and encouragement through the years is why I'm standing here today. Thank you. I'm especially grateful to Colonel Cockram and Colonel Goodman for the opportunity to lead this squadron. It's an honor and privilege to serve as your Warble 1. The strategic importance of this installation, providing two legs of the nuclear triad, does not escape me. I'm eager to get started and build on the successes of the great commanders and all the airmen of the 5th Bomber Wing who have come before us or stand with us today. Colonel Altman, Buzz, you'll be a tough act to follow. I thank you for turning over such a tremendously awesome squadron. Thank you. Best of luck as you transition to Naval War College. To the men and women of the 5th Civil Engineering Squadron, you guys look sharp. I'm humbled to be standing in front of you today as your commander. I couldn't be more excited to join the team. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to all the members of the planning committee for orchestrating this great event, especially Captain Kent and Master Sergeant Rodriguez. I know it's a lot of work, but I thank you for today. You've made it truly special. Thanks again for all of you for being here today, and I look forward to meeting you all in the days and weeks ahead. And finally, engineers!
Lead the way!
Cool.
At this time, Major Chris Bari, Operations Flight Commander, will represent the Warble family in welcoming Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier by rendering him a first salute. Next, the men and women of the 5th Civil Engineer Squadron would like to welcome the Dammeiers to the Warble family. Abby, Anna, and Mia, on behalf of the Warbles, welcome to the Warble family. We look forward to meeting you. In keeping with Air Force tradition and in true Warble fashion, we will conclude today's ceremony with the spirited singing of the Air Force song. While it is customary for Air Force members to stand at the position of attention, we invite all of our guests to join us in standing for the Air Force song and the departure of the official party, as well as special and distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. At 'em now, give 'em the gun, give 'em the gun. Family dies, spouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame and go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending. Please join us in welcoming Lieutenant Colonel Dammeier and his family to Team Minot.